Look at that. In 4K, baby. Welcome, everybody. This used to be a game we played on Misty / Chronexia, the old channel. Now, welcome to Chronexia Infinity, where we will still play Anime of the Week. If it's the first time you hear about this game, I cannot blame you. It is a coin term that I've made up where I go on a website called myanimelist.net, which is a huge database that has thousands of anime, and I pick an anime at random and then I tell you about it because I know about a lot of anime. That's my superpower. So there we go. Look at that. It's all fancy editing and everything. We are going to go ahead and draw the first one, but before we do so, if you're wanting to play yourself, the random anime button is not a feature that they have because I don't know. I asked them. I've made it. I've added it with a software called Temper Monkey, and it's a user script. It's complicated stuff, too savvy for you. Just enjoy the ride. Let's click the first one and see what we get. Okay. The Chronicles of the Going Home Club. A slice of life comedy which is milky toast at best. About a bunch of girls that are doing some shenanigans. They're part of a club which the whole concept is to fuck off and go home, which is the best part of school. No. If you like school, it's fine. Everyone's loves school. I gotta teach my girls to love school as well. So it's all gonna be fancy. Comedy all around. If you want similar shows that may be up your speed, Kujubu, Joshiraku, they all have that kind of similar vibe. Yuri Yuri, I kind of agree, and Daily Life of High School Boys, but that one is more male. So instead, what's the other one with the pastel-like colors and the three girls? I forgot the name. Man, it's been a while since I did this. Give me a second and we'll come back. That one show with a girl. I'm gonna cheat. I forgot what it's called, but it's gonna be in there. Nope. Asobi Asobase, that's the one I was thinking of. Hold up, let's get ahead and get the bread. Okay, yeah, I remember why I stopped doing them. Kawaku no Toki, which, if you couldn't tell by the blatant thumbnail, is a hentai, which I have not seen, but it's from 2011, 2014, which means it's gonna be heavily censored. Let's read it together. Based on the erotic game by Tinkerbell, detective finds himself lost in a mountain where he dreams of a girl who is involved in obscene rituals by the form old man and a bull. She's a Sagittarius. Gotcha. When he finds a house, he meets the girl from his dreams, and decides to save her. So, if you want to save her as well, I don't know, try it out. I have never seen that one. My knowledge kinda is more on the anime, less on the hentai side. So, try it out. Tell me what you think. Put it in the comments below. Let's go ahead and get a number 3. How about that? Okay. I got a bit to say about this one. Persona 5, part of the Persona fandom. The 5th anime, it's not that good. If you want a decent anime of Persona, I guess go for Persona 4. Or Persona 3, where they did 4 movies: spring, summer, fall, and winter. I think it's that order. Regardless, it is a series of game that you are better off playing the game. Sorry, my brain kind of had to catch up to the train that was already left the station. Persona, phenomenal film. It's a good game. I really like it. Get Royal if you can, but if you've never held a controller in your life before and you're not about a gamer, try it. Try the show. I guess they tried their best. It's just, the thing is, like, how can you put 120 plus hours of gameplay shrink down in a mere 26 episodes. You can't do it. It's so rushed. It's so rushed. So don't bother. Play the game. Skip the anime. Let's roll the fourth one. Let's go party time. Number 4 is... Said I was gonna talk about it, but... It's slowly making me regret bringing back this series. Okay. This caretaker of Sunohoto is... I don't even know how to classify this one as slice of life comedy. I disagree with the comedy aspect. Is cringe a genre? I would put it in that. A story of a guy that moves into a... I don't know, how'd you call those? A dorm slash rent place, apartment thing. Basically, there's a girl caretaker, she's an adult, and this childlike teenager guy who also kind of looks like a girl moves into there, and then every single girl involved tries to molest him. It's meant to be comedy, as I stated, but far above it. I don't get it. It's not for me. I didn't like it. I think it's kind of dumb. And if you want to watch it, your funeral. Number 5. Come on, give me at least one good. Okay. Well, this one, I'm still gonna talk about it, but it's not out yet. I believe it's meant to come out in 2021, in January. Alice in Deadly School is based on a manga, and I can tell you a little bit more about the manga because it's a very short one. It's kind of a one-shot type of deal. It's very interesting. A story about girls that found themselves in a zombie-like environment, and they get stuck on the rooftop, and they watch the people around them turn. It's I think depending on how they play it out, it could be a very good show. I'm not sure how long it's gonna be, considering there's like 18 chapters for the manga, but regardless, I think we should all be keeping an eye out for that one. I think it has a lot of potential. Number 6, I'm still looking for like one big mainstream titles. That would do it. A certain magical index is part of a clusterfuck. Also familiar with a certain scientific railgun and a certain accelerator, and then each one of them has individual sequels. It's like a clusterfuck. If only there was like an anime YouTuber who did like a chronology event thing that would label something like Chronexiology. It would sort the entire timeline. Alas, no one has been deemed up to the task. Shade aside, shade aside, it's actually a really good story. I think Scientific Railgun is the better one of the two. Magical Index is I don't know. Railgun just kind of ties it better. So, yeah, if you ever feel like picking up a big-ass challenge with several series and sequels, have at it. A story where magic and science fight. Yeah, it's a very broad surmise of it. The next one is... Oh, that's a good one. At least if there's anything you're gonna pick up of today's video, is this zombie. It's a fantastic show, and that is one I can properly label comedy. I have laughed my ass off on this one a surmountable amount of times. This show is just it's fun. It's a story about a guy who's a zombie, And then there's a magical girl, a deaf girl. I can't really explain it. It's a comedy show with a loot of character. They're all colorful, and is silly, is dumb, and the dub is something I'll say rarely, but the dub did a fantastic job on this one. I could not praise it enough. It's a very fun show. I don't think it deserves this score. I think it's easily in the 8th, if not even rounding up in the 9, although I tend to be more generous on giving 9 to shows that perhaps, I don't know, maybe I'm too generous. It's a fantastic show. Check it out. Next one! I wasn't familiar with this this art style, but this is Uma Musume, the Pretty Derby one. It's gonna speak to a very unique kind of audience. It's peculiar. They are girls that are the embodiment of horses and their race. They're I don't know if it's picture cat girls except horse team, and they're running. It's a derby. What do you want me to say about it? It's wacky. I'm not saying it's bad. It's just unique. It's very peculiar. The girls have a cool horse name like Special Week, Vodka, and my favorite, Gold Chip. It's just whack. Next one! Oh god, where is this week even going? Am I right? Cool. And a fairly good... Actually, more than fairly. It's a pretty good show if you want a solid action. Visually speaking, the art style is more on the CGI side, but I think it still blends quite nicely. And what I really appreciate about this one is that for once the main character is like an old guy, which is I don't know, old guys aren't really the go-to pick for badass character generally. Always tends to be in the 20s and 30s, off occasionally in the 40s, but never like in the 60s or 70s. So I don't know. It piqued my interest, and I really liked where they went with it. It's an action show about a guy that had cancer and finds himself with superpowers. Yeah, I'm gonna put it that way. Check it out. Watch the first episode; it'll give you a good idea to what to expect out of it. And we are gonna wrap up the last one for today, which is going to be sick. Feebrain. Feebrain is a weird... It's not detective, but it's kind of puzzle-ish. A story about main character Kaito, Demon Kaito, who is really good at solving puzzles. And he's put in front of a bunch of challenge with some other characters, and they do their best to solve it. And it has like the same detective vibe that you get from like shows like Detective Academy Q or Detective Conan, more famously. But it's not like solving murders. It's just like figure out a puzzle, and there you go. It's an actually decent show. Alright, so that wraps up all 10 of our entries, but I always like to do some kind of recap where I put every single shows that we drew and order from least recommended to most recommended. That way you can pick whichever one interests you the most out of my personal recommendation. It's flexible. Some shows oftentimes I haven't seen, like what was the one? The hentai one. I haven't seen the hentai one, and Alice in Deadly School I have not seen either. So I can't really class these, but if you're into them, keep an eye out for them. So I guess we're starting from number 8 this time, putting 10 and 9 with the Alice in Deadly School and Kawaku no Toki. can't really class them. Number 8, Miss Caretaker of Sunohoto. This is kind of garbage. Don't even bother with that one. Number 7, The Chronicles of Going Home Club. It's not a bad show. It's milky toast, like I said. Number 6, Persona 5. If you want to watch a Persona anime, take 4 or even 3. Stick to games. The anime is kind of Number 5, Uma Musume. Not saying it's bad, just very unique and is going to appeal to a very niche audience, so I can't really see myself recommending it that much. But it's not bad. Number 4, Fee Brain. If you like some brain teaser, perhaps you'll be into that one. Number 3, Certain Magical Index. Pretty Herculean series to tackle, but a very good one nonetheless. Number 2, Korewa Zombie Deska. Is This a Zombie? Phenomenal show. I love it very much, but I think at the number 1 spot, Inuyashiki is going to be a better all-rounded show for a lot of people. So if you enjoyed this episode of Anime of the Week, please tell me more about it in the comments below. I would like to bring back this series more often, but if nobody's into it, then it's hard for me to just kind of shag it out. So tell me more, what you want to see, and I'll abide. I am your humble servitor, M/Chronexia. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video very soon.
I've been through the hard times, I've been on the wrong side, I've been ashamed. So many memories, you know I'd like to change.